Hey gang, well, I've been asked to elaborate a little bit on PLR. And for those of you that don't know, PLR stands for past life regression. Well, past life regression
Watch out. Construction on road ahead.
Probably one of the most dangerous meditative regressions you can do. And there's several reasons for that. One is when you're doing a past life regression, you have to deal with all of the repressed, abusive behaviors of this lifetime to clear the way for you to be able to truly effectively see what, if any, vision you may have of a past life. Where you came from, where your spirit came from, how far back your spirit can see. So in a past life, you could have been a complete sociopath, you could have been a rapist, you could have been any number of things in a past life that of course is typically not remembered in this lifetime. Well, a couple of things can happen when dealing with past lives. One, like I said, you have to first deal with any abuse that has happened in this lifetime. Any atrocities you may have committed, anything that may be hidden in repressed memories. Out of almost 20 years experience of doing past life regressions for people, I've had a couple of people go physical. I did a past life regression some years back on an individual that by the time they got through thrashing around and kicking around, I ended up with a busted lip and a pretty well destroyed office. Of course, understanding to disconnect the emotional self from the physical self is a major important thing. But even still, sometimes you have breakthrough physical reactions. That needs to be kept in mind. So let's say we've dealt with this lifetime and we've started breaking through the barriers into prior memories that are extremely deep set prior to this birth. Now, it's only a 50-50 shot that you're going to have any kind of past life memory at all. It's never a guaranteed thing. It's never anything that you can say, well, this is going to happen and that's going to happen. Because you really can't even go there. The only thing you can do is, in doing a past life regression, you have to be open enough to accept things that may or may not seem real to you. And at the same time, you have to be open enough not to read anything into things that you may see or things that you may think you see. So let's say, and in the example that this person was looking for, let's say you go into a PLR and you've dealt with this lifetime and you've made it past where you have visual memory of the womb. You go back prior to the womb and you go back prior to any memory of this lifetime at all, and you start seeing pictures and things and visualizing memories of the past life. Well, there's no way to control exactly which past life you're going to jump into first. You may jump into a past life of 10 lifetimes ago where something in your psyche feels like you have to deal with it now. well, that can cause some problems depending on how you handle it. Are you able to deal with the fact that you may have been a mass murderer in a prior lifetime? Are you going to be able to deal with the idea that you may have been a rapist in a past lifetime? You know, these are things that you don't necessarily need to be afraid of, but they are things that you may possibly have to deal with. So you need to keep that in mind. I've seen rare occasions where a PLR will bring back certain personality traits of a prior lifetime. Like, say for example, I did a PLR on an individual that was a relatively nice person prior to the PLR. After the PLR, they became extremely argumentative, very combative, hard to get along with, ended up costing them their marriage, and there's no way that any PLR director can fight against that, because we have no way of controlling what you're going to come back with. You need to keep that in mind. And you need to understand that when a loved one or someone tells you, hey, you know, prior to your PLR, you never did that. You never acted that way, or you never did this, that, or the other thing. So that's something else that you need to keep in mind prior to your PLR. Now, if your PLR counselor doesn't explain to you all of these things that could possibly happen, then maybe you need to question the reality and the validity of your PLR counselor. There are no licenses, I guess you could say, or certifications to say for sure that this particular PLR counselor knows what the hell they're doing. But you can ask the right questions. It's just like anything else. You wouldn't walk into a medical doctor that all they ever work on are colds and aches and pains and ask them to perform brain surgery. Well, some people might, but I wouldn't. Ask questions. Investigate the individual that you've got doing the PLR. So keep that in mind. Seriously, you know, before you allow someone to take you back in a meditative regression state, you have to remember that these people have complete and total control over everything about you. They have complete and total control over your emotions, your memories, everything about you. So with that, I wish you well. And if you have any questions, I'm hoping maybe this video will bring up a few. Wishing you a good day, a happy evening, and safe travels.